Hi, I'm Peter Miller, NTEA Board Chair and Executive Vice President of Business Development and Sales for ProTech Industries. I have to say, it's a bit strange not to be on stage looking out at everyone gathered for Work Truck Week in Indy. But even though we can't be in person this year, I'm happy to have this chance to connect. I'm sure everyone would agree, 2020 certainly has brought its share of changes and challenges, but it's also further united us as an industry, demonstrating our leadership and resilience as we come together to help keep North America moving forward. There is greater hope for returning to some semblance of normalcy in 2021, but no matter what the coming months bring, I know we'll meet those challenges head on, showcasing the relentless drive and innovation that has become a key characteristic of who we are as a community. And I'm proud to be part of the organization that stands behind this industry, working to ensure members have the resources and information needed to make the best possible decisions. Serving on NTEA's board has been a great privilege and an experience I will not forget. While my time on the board is officially concluding, I plan to continue supporting the association's vision for many years to come. As one of my last official duties as chair, it's my pleasure to formally recognize my colleague, Jon Sievert, President of Work Truck Solutions for Douglas Dynamics, as NTEA's board chair. But first, let's take a minute to get to know Jon.
Welcome to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, headquarters of Douglas Dynamics. Hi, I'm Jon Sievert, and it's an honor to be your incoming chairman for NTEA 2021. I'm the president of the Work Truck Solutions Group for Douglas Dynamics. Douglas Dynamics is both a manufacturer and a distributor of work truck equipment. The NTEA offers so many great things for member companies. For Douglas, it's given us the opportunity to use things like TE 101 and 201, which are some awesome industry training modules. We'll use these from everything from onboarding new individuals to great refreshers when individuals have the time to go through those. The Work Truck CERT program has been awesome for the Work Truck Solutions Group at Douglas in that now we can actually store all of the information that we get from doing those certifications. We can access that information and we can use it to help us run the business. So before I started in the work truck industry, I was actually in the metal forming and metalworking industry. I started off as a tool and die apprentice, and as I was doing that, I realized I didn't quite know enough about business and about leading people. So I went back to school at night and was able to get my degree. A couple years later, as I was continuing to lead more and more of the business, I realized I needed to know even more. So I actually went back to school again at night and got my MBA in finance. It was shortly thereafter that I got a phone call and I listened to what they had to say about Douglas Dynamics. Not only was I excited about the company, but I was really excited about the industry as well. So that was 12 years ago. I haven't looked back since. Where else do you get the chance to see your work go into action every day as it's running around, taking care of city streets, delivering packages, supporting the rest of the economy? During my year as chairman, really want to make sure that we continue to move the association forward through many of the different education opportunities that we have. Our industry has a tendency to be somewhat hidden, even though we support so many other industries. When it comes to continuing to find workers for our industry, we have to make ourselves known and help people understand how absolutely awesome it is to be able to do what it is that we do and to support the rest of the economy. To do that, we need to make sure that the education services are in place. We need to make sure that we have programs to bring people in from the outside who may know nothing about building a work truck and help them get a true understanding of what it means and how exciting it can be. I also see us continuing to influence government regulations. We have over 100 years of combustion engine infrastructure in North America, and as we go to new forms of powertrains and new forms of driving those vehicles, we need to make sure that the industry stays very relevant and very at point with building work trucks. Thank you for your support. I'm looking forward to being your chairman for NTEA in 2021.
Jon, welcome and congratulations on becoming the 57th NTEA Board Chair.
Thank you, Peter. It's very exciting to be here, and thank you to all the members and to the people on the board for giving me this opportunity. It's quite an honor, actually. You know, I'm thinking back to 2020. What a year. Wow.
Right.
Who would have thought a year ago that you and I would be sitting here? Actually, the two of us were excited to be up on stage in front of thousands of people at the Work Truck Show. And yet here we are sitting in front of a fireplace having a conversation about the industry and where we're at these days. I know this last year I learned an awful lot about myself and about our industry and things that are happening. For instance, I learned specifically around how to be patient, just because everything's so different now. Also learned how to over communicate, because you can't just bop in on someone anymore and have a conversation with them. You got to figure out how to reach them in many different ways. I don't know. How about you? How was 2020 for you?
Sure. For us, from understanding that you don't have to always be available just because you're working from home. Over communicating is great. There's sometimes where you got to take a break though and go, wait a minute, I still need a break. And like you said, patience is great, giving some people the time they need to adjust to the way things are, and then understanding that some of us are working from home, some are still going to their place of work. So it was that transition period of how's this all going to work and look. I think one of the things I learned was that it's okay not to know. That we're not sure how long it's going to last or look, but you know what? Just start moving forward. It's murky, but move forward, and as you said, give people a little time and patience. They'll start to figure it out, and everybody gets information. Yeah.
We also learned a lot about each other's personal lives just because of being in living rooms and cattails popping up on the screens and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, we learned a lot about the industry and keeping things moving forward as well. I was very impressed by just how people adapted to some of the tools that the association makes available to members. Specifically all the education programs. I know you've seen some of the same as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the like we mentioned before, the uptake in the TE 101, and also going to the Work Truck Product Conference virtual. That was something that our members are saying, we need that, we have it. It's the manufacturers want to get together and show what's going on, and it was like, okay, let's just do that, and we're going to make it look different. But great response from the members that were able to take part of that program.
Along those same lines, it's great that we're putting all these things out to help everyone, but also very much appreciate everyone being patient and working through those things with us, right? We were all looking forward to a Work Truck Show 21, and unfortunately we're not able to have it, but very quickly the NTEA staff and team jumped together to create Work Truck Week for us, because we know those connections in our industry are so vitally important. So while we're not having a Work Truck Show this year, I don't know about you, but for me it's good to see that we're at least having a Work Truck Week where we can connect with each other and we can talk through the things that are going on in the industry and whatnot.
Absolutely. And I think also with our members, when we let them know that, hey, it's going to be virtual this year, man, they just really showed a lot of appreciation, and one after that said, it's the right thing to do. Can't wait to see how it looks. How can we be part of it? It was just one of those, we're going to adapt and overcome, and we're going to get this thing done. But like you said, provide the connections and information and move our industry the way it needs to go, because it is an essential industry.
Yeah, our organization, Douglas Dynamics, we focused on getting the Work Truck Cert program in place. We had a little bit of a lull. We had some good time to do it, and it was a great opportunity to do that. And I know many others took advantage of that as well. How about at ProTech? Did any of them that you guys took advantage of?
So for us, it was the online learning, and then being able to call into the NTEA offices. And it's funny you mentioned Work Truck. We just called them last week about an issue, and of course they were there with the information.
So one of the great things about this is while the industry was able to put together and the association was able to put together all these different opportunities for tools and learning, it wouldn't have happened without all of the members really jumping in, being patient, working together. So from my perspective to all of the membership out there, to everyone in the NTEA that supports our extremely vital industry, thank you so very much for all of the things that you did in 2020 to help us stay vital and to keep moving things forward.
Couldn't agree more, John. The NTEA staff has gone above and beyond, and I think it's just a great testament to what this industry can do and how we can adapt when the time calls for it.
Very well said, Peter.
I'd like to take a moment to recognize directors concluding their NTEA board service. These individuals have contributed so much of their time and talent, and have become personal friends. It's been an honor working with them. Those leaving the board: Travis Eby of Eby Truck Bodies, Calvin Gettings of Lee Transport Equipment, and Sean Moran of Pritchard Commercial. John, I'll hand it over to you and let you announce the new board.
Thank you, Peter. It's absolutely my pleasure to introduce NTEA's 2021-2022 Board of Directors. Serving with me on the Executive Committee will be First Vice Chair Tina Albright of TBEI, Second Vice Chair David Scheitlen of Auto Truck Group, Third Vice Chair and Treasurer Jason Ritchie of Curry Supply, and Secretary Steve Carey of the NTEA. Our distributor directors are Rick Albertini of Phoenix Truck Bodies and Van Equipment, Rod Hill of Utility Truck Equipment, Teresa Miller of American Midwest Fleet Solutions, and Mike Randolph of Fontaine Modification. Our manufacturer directors include Pat Godwin Jr. of Godwin Manufacturing, Eric Jones of VBG Group Truck Equipment, Chris Weiss of the Knapheide Manufacturing Company, and Ben Winter of Transfer Flow. And our associate director is Joe Curran of Peterbilt Motors Company. Thank you all for your dedication to the commercial vehicle community and to the NTEA.
John, it's that time. I think it's time to make you official, the handing of the gavel, and make you the official NTEA chairman. Congratulations, John.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Peter, this is bittersweet. Your contributions to the board and to the association are numerous and outstanding. On behalf of the staff, on behalf of the board, and behalf of myself, thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for leading us in these most unusual times. It was quite a year to be able to do that, and we all are very, very much appreciative of everything that you did for us.
John, thank you so much. Can't do it without my ProTech family and the support from them, the NTEA directors and staff members supporting it. My personal family, thank you so much for helping through this challenging and rewarding year. The board members that are leaving with me, it's been a great ride. Thank you so much. The new board members, you got a lot of exciting things and challenges ahead of you, and welcome aboard.
And thank you again, Peter. I'm very much looking forward to being a part of the board in 2021, just as I have for the last 5 years. At the NTEA, we continue to make sure that we're working to move the industry forward, whether it's through the tools that we've helped to put in place to educate members or to answer questions on how to correctly help take care of customers. The NTEA continues to ensure that membership is in the right place and has the right resources to help them do the job better every day. While we'd much rather be doing this face-to-face, standing on that stage in front of everyone else, we're very much looking forward to seeing you all again at Work Truck Week in 2022, March 8th through the 11th in Indianapolis. Until then, take care.